Hey everybody, Neil Thompson, founder of Teach the Geek here. I work with technical professionals so they can present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And you can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. And as always, remember to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel as every bit helps. There are a lot of people who are losing their jobs these days, and well, they need to find another one. And certainly there's time still for the rest of the year to do that. But if it doesn't happen this year, then certainly it can happen next year. A great way to find that next job is through networking. I know a lot of people are big on going online and applying for jobs, but since so many people lost their jobs, a lot of people are going to be applying for those same jobs. So is there a possible way to perhaps tap into that hidden job market? Perhaps companies that didn't advertise a position at their company, but are looking for people. Well, networking is a great way to do it, and going to networking events and talking to people is a great way to do it. But what if you're a type of person who isn't all that keen on going to these type of events and talking to people? I know that I'm not always in the mood to do that type of thing, but I certainly see the benefit, which is why I do it. In fact, I'm going to a networking event later today. So I certainly practice what I preach. But here are some tips on how to make networking work for you. First, what it does is it helps you in becoming a better listener, because now you actually are having conversations with people, and what you can do is figure out what you're going to say based on what they've already said. And you're not the type of person who's just waiting to say what they're going to say and then say it. People tend to want to talk to people that are more actively listening to what they're saying, because, well, you're actually having a conversation as opposed to people just making statements back and forth, just looking to get whatever they want off. And so active listening is really important. And what it also does is it helps you focus on how you can help the other person. There's so many people that go to networking events only thinking about what's in it for them. What can I get from this person, that person, the next person? And if you're talking to somebody and you figure early on that you can't get something from this person, you're trying to move on to the next person as quickly as possible. Don't be that type of person. I'm a firm believer that there are sometimes hidden things that you didn't even think about that you could get from somebody that initially you might have thought, this is a dead end. This person can't do nothing for me. But as I said, I'm a bigger fan of people going into situations like networking events thinking, what can I do for other people? How can I help them? You have a network of your own. If someone is saying something and that person is drawing to your mind someone that you might think I could possibly make that connection. I do it all the time. In fact, earlier today, I connected two people, and hopefully something good comes of it. As I mentioned, it's something that I do fairly regularly. And the hope is that, well, if I do it for others, others will do it for me as well. We'll see what happens there. But I'll still continue to do it because to me, it's the right thing to do. So those are a couple of things. And then another thing when it comes to networking is it allows you to be curious about other people. People like being asked questions about themselves because people like talking about themselves. I found that out. I'm very much an introvert. And when it comes to these type of events, it could be rather draining, and especially when you're trying to think about what to say. But as I mentioned, with the active listening, that can really help you in determining what you're going to say next, and it actually helps in determining what questions you're going to ask. You may not know right away, but if they say something and that actually piques some interest in you, you can ask a follow-up question, and then that has that person talking even more, and you're learning more about this person, and by learning more about this person, you're learning even more about how you can help that person. It really is. It's a feedback loop, man. It's circular, and it's so helpful in just in getting your next job, and just in meeting new people and seeing where it goes. There's really no downside to the whole idea of networking. And then one other thing when it comes to networking, it helps you determine or figure out or best position what you do, because that's a question you often get at these networking events. What do you do? You want to give a question. You want to give an answer that's succinct. I'm a fan of a woman that I met on Clubhouse a couple of years ago named Lois Kramer, and she has something called the positioning statement. And I don't know if you noticed, but I actually said my positioning statement earlier in this conversation, well, earlier in this video. I work with technical professionals so they can present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And oftentimes when people ask me what I do, I say exactly that sentence. Now they have a decision to make, whether they want to learn more about that. They could ask me questions. And if they don't want to learn more about that, well, they only wasted 10 seconds or less than 10 seconds of me saying that sentence. Just getting that positioning statement down, really honing in on what you do and how you help people, whether you're an employee or not, that's really helpful. And and I said, it gives people that option to learn more or not learn more. But hopefully this has been helpful. But to recap, when it comes to networking, it really helps in developing your active listening skills so you can figure out how you can help people. It really helps you in just being curious so that you know what types of questions to ask people based on your active listening. And then it also helps in you honing in on what you actually do to help people and how you can help a company. Hopefully this has been helpful. Again, my name is Neil Thompson. I work with technical professionals so they present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And you can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. As always, remember to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, as every bit helps. Thanks. Have a great day.